In this video, we're going to show you how to install the cooling fans on your Ford 500 located on the front side of your engine compartment. Using your trim tool, come over here and release the little plastic clip holding the O2 sensor connector. Pull that out of the harness and tuck that up over like that. On the large connector right here, there's a little push down spring clip. You're going to press it down and pull, separate that bulkhead connector. Just tuck that off to the side. The cooling fan has these plastic retainer clips or hose clamps holding the radiator hose here. We're simply going to use our trim tool and release those clips from the cooling fan. That'll allow us some flexibility to move that hose a little bit. Now our cooling fan assembly is held in place by two 8mm bolts. Now if you locate your oil fill cap and then just follow it straight down, you're going to locate the 8mm bolt right here. It's almost right in line with the oil fill cap. I'm going to use our ratchet and our socket, loosen and remove this here. Now there's one on the driver's side as well in the same exact location. So once we pop this one out, we're going to go over there and get that one out. Now to locate the other bolt on the driver's side, locate the upper radiator hose where it goes right into the radiator. Now you're going to reach underneath this hose and it's about 2 inches below this hose straight down. All right, get that bolt out. Now on the upper portion here on our new cooling fan assembly, you can see the hole here. This is where we just removed the bolts from. Now the bottom portion here is a little tab, and these actually lock into a little portion on the radiator area. So basically we're going to lift up the cooling fan assembly and pull these tabs out. When we reinstall this unit, we need to make sure that these tabs go into those little locking brackets there to support it, and then we'll put our bolts back in on the top. Now when we lift up on our radiator fan assembly, we have to be careful of the hose over here. So we're going to lift it up on the passenger side and try and tilt it up and work it out. I'm just going to manipulate the hoses and the clips. It might be better if we disconnect our O2 sensor right here. There's a little tab on the top. Simply press down on that tab and disconnect this. And there we have it. On the radiator here on the passenger side, you can see this tab. This is where the cooling fan tabs are going to be lowered down into. We have one on the driver's side as well. So I want to make sure that we get that fan dropped into those tabs, and then we'll put our bolts in. Let's lower our cooling fan assembly down inside. And you're just going to have to reach down and move things out of the way as we drop this down in. Okay, let's go ahead and install our 2 bolts along the top. We're going to install our driver's side bolt first. I'm going to reach down, get that started, a few threads. And get that started with your hand. Once we get that one started, which we have done now, let's go to the passenger side and get that one started. And you might have to just, with the other hand, pull up on that fan just a little bit, get those holes to line up just right. Once you get them both started, go ahead and snug them down. Once you feel that bolt bottom out, you just want to go a little bit more and do the same on the other side. And once you feel that bolt bottom out, just go a little bit more. Doesn't have to be super tight, it just needs to be good and snug. Check that fan, it's pretty stable, we're good. Grab the connector. Go ahead and line this up. Press that connector together and then press in that little plastic button there to hold that connector in place. And come on over here to our radiator hose. And work those plastic retainer buttons with the hose clamps in place. We'll pop those in. Grab your O2 sensor. Pop that back together. Press that back into that harness retainer. Once you pop your O2 sensor into place and pop the harness into that little clip, you've now completed the job.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.